Hey, what's up? This is Braaap TV, superlight.tv. However you got here, my name's Brad Smith. We're coming to you from Launceston today. We're in the Braaap Launceston store. This is my hometown. This is the first Braaap store we did, and you know, it's so good to be home. I feel a bit naked not being in the Braaap studio in Frankston, but it's good fun. In the show tonight, I'm going to run you through my Braaap Vegas bike, my Braapster Maestro with a 200cc kit. It's got the Pro Circuit T4 pipe. Last week I told you it just got back from America, where it's been with Mitch Payton and the Pro Circuit guys getting hotted up and getting pipes bolted onto it and some other little goodies. So I'll show you all about that one. We're going to go to a riding tip from our Braaap Rev Up and Ride DVD. I think we're doing Willstand tonight, so that should be pretty cool. And we've got so many sick events coming up. So I'm going to tell you a little bit more about some of the events coming up. You got to get practicing because there's the Nationals coming up, the Braaap Street Parties, the Braaap Under Lights Racing. We'll go into that more later, but get on the treadmill and get ready to race. So the first segment for this Braaap TV, I'm going to show you right around my Braaap Vegas bike. I had so many emails and comments from people on Facebook and on the YouTube and that sort of thing about my Vegas bike. I thought, man, I'll just video this thing and show you what it's all about. Got some sick things on this bike. Got an oversized front disc. It's a Motard disc I decided to bolt on with a twin piston caliper. Everything on my bike's available at Braaap. I made one rule. Last year in 2009, I went to Vegas and I just built the bike that I needed. I spent as much money as I needed. I just knew that I needed the best bike to be able to compete with the Americans. So I built a Takigawa engine, a Japanese engine. I got Marzocchi Shiva front forks from Italy. I got an Elka rear shock from Canada. I got Brembo brakes. I just went to town on the thing. My rule when I got back from Vegas last year was that I was going to build a bike that could beat the Americans and be better than my 2009 Vegas bike, but everything had to be available on the shelf at Braaap, and it had to be available at an affordable price so my mates could afford to do it, and most average riders could afford to build a bike like my Vegas. So first thing is the front end. I just wanted sick brakes. The brakes on the new Braaps are sick anyway, the twin piston caliper. If you've got a twin piston Braaap caliper, you know what I'm talking about. You can do one finger stoppies and everything, but I wanted a little bit of extra wank factor and bolted on a massive disc. We've got Ken Belbin developed, who's a race tech technician. He engineered a shim stack and a valving system for the front forks. Those front forks are unbelievable once you bolt that in. That's a kit that's available on the shelf at Braaap as well. And obviously with your suspension, most of the time and effort goes into developing, fine-tuning and testing how you like it for your track and your riding ability and your weight. Next thing I've got, the coolest thing about my bike that I think is the Pro Circuit T4. This thing looks absolutely bitchin'. They're now available at Braaap as well, so I'm stoked to tell you can bolt a T4 onto your Maestro as well. Thing sounds awesome, looks awesome, and you know, you can't go fast till you look fast. I've got pivot pegs. I love pivot pegs. I love their story. I love the family that own the company. It's a Tasmanian company, and these pegs pivot 18 degrees. And I can't tell you what a difference that makes, especially on a super light bike, when every little inch, every little centimetre of room between the handlebars and the foot pegs makes a difference. And through a whoop section, especially on a track like Vegas or a rough motocross track, pivot pegs are unbelievable. I can't ride a bike without pivot pegs now. I'm absolutely addicted to them. I've got Pro Taper handlebars. I've got an ASV folding clutch lever. Don't think you need that lever, but you know, I love the wank factor and a little bit of bling, so I've bolted that on there. My gearing for the race, I run a 41 tooth rear sprocket and a 16 tooth front sprocket. I'll have to double check the gearing. I think that's what it is off the top of my head. I ran Dunlop tyres. Actually, I chopped and changed tyres a little bit. I couldn't decide what tyres to run, but we've put in most Braaap stores now the Dunlops, the Bridgestones and the Kenders, because I think they're the three best super light tyres at the moment. I run silver rims just for wank factor. Braaap standard rims. Last year in 2009, I rode with SM Pro rims, so expensive wheels. This year, our Braaap rims improved so much that I ran Braaap rims. And in our new bikes, the new Braapster Pro Pilot and Braapster Pro in our new bikes, in the Braapster Pro Classic, the Braapster Pro Classic Bling, and the Braapster Pro Factory, we run a rear hub with 3 rear wheel bearings, so the rear wheel is so strong. Another cool little thing I've got in my bike for Vegas, because that track absolutely pounds our bikes. My old man Paulie, our head mechanic here, he developed a rear axle for us, built in Tasmania. That thing is solid as a rock and pretty expensive. They're available at Braaap. I've actually never sold one because they're so expensive. They're about $60 for an axle. And you know, you don't really need them unless you're hitting some big jumps and being really hard on the gear, but just a little bit of extra confidence. Yeah, that's about all really. Other than that, the engine, I've got a TB race head on the thing. I've got a 200cc big bore kit, and I've got a flat side carby on it as well. And that pretty much wraps it up.
Dave Barnes. I came in the shop in Frankston to buy some bits for the little senior works that I had, and next thing you know, I've got this guy I never met before in my life giving me his race bike. And from there it's just been the best thing ever. Always riding around. So today we're out here at Parwin for the Mini Riders ride day, and Brad's Vegas bike arrived back home, and I was lucky enough for him to give me a go again for some unknown reason. And also the Maestro 150 with a TV head on it. And all I can say is this Vegas bike, it's got so much torque from absolutely no revs all the way through the top. It's sharp, like you just give it inch, not even an inch, a millimetre of throttle, and this thing just picks the front wheel up. All I can say is you just got to have one.
So tell us the difference between the two, because the 107 bike on the right there, that's a Braaap Maestro with a TB race head on it, and that's it. And then the Vegas bike's got a TB race head, a big bore kit, and a Pro Circuit T4, and a race carby.
Yeah, like definitely the sharpness of the power when you bring it on. The suspension as well. For some reason, under power, it just squats and it just grips on the track. I can't really say much more. It's like riding a big bike. The first time I jumped on a big bike was a Husky 250 fuel injection, and it scared the living crap out of me. Just how sharp, and if you turn the throttle, where you turn it to, it just reacts to that point of how much you want. Same with the Vegas bike. Over the standard Maestro with the TV, it's a bit spongy. I think that seems to be the main difference.
Yeah, so torque, basically.
Yeah. Like the torque is just with the Vegas bike. It's just there all the time. When you want it, it just goes.
What about the brakes? Tell us about the oversized front disc.
The front disc, I grabbed first corner. I grabbed a handful of brake, and I was surprised at how well it pulled up. And then I decided to give it a touch on the rear brake, and it locked and spat me over the top eye side. Not what I was expecting. I'm used to something that's got to give it a bit more pressure. It's not something that I'm used to. It's as I say, everything about it is just, it's touchy. It reacts to how you want it to, and it doesn't require much force.
Loves it. Braaap.
Braaap.
Now we're going to go into the Rev Up and Ride DVD. This is a DVD I filmed with my coach Steve Jenkins down at the Braaap Cambridge track in Hobart. We're going to go into the Willstand segment. I think this is good fun. This is a skill that you can practice. It's brilliant to build your throttle, clutch and brake control. And as you know, on a super light bike or any motorcycle, throttle, clutch and brake is absolutely everything. So check it out.
Brad's going to do some slow wheelies. The whole exercise of this is he'll have his weight back. He's just going to go along in first gear. He's going to have his foot over the rear brake at all times. He's going to pop the front wheel up, and as soon as it comes up off the ground, he's going to touch the back brake and pull it down, okay? So he's going to go bit of throttle, bit of clutch up, and popping the back brake and slapping it down. The exercise of this is to see how quick you can get the front wheel to hit the ground. So we don't really want to even go right up to the edges, up, down, until he gets proficient. Then what he'll do is he'll just stretch it along a bit further, and he'll start using his rear brake, clutch, and throttle. And now he's going to do a good wheelie. Do a real slowie. If you watch Brad doing this, you see how his foot's always on the back brake, always on the clutch, and on the throttle. So he's using all three things. Do the clutch.
Alright, the last part of Braaap TV, I want to talk about some of the sick events we got going on. You know, it's event season in the superlight industry. We've got so many cool events that we're putting on personally here at Braaap, and also outside of Braaap there's some sick events. One of the major ones you got to get training for is December 11th, the Australian Mini Motocross titles held up at Cessnock, New South Wales. It's going to be a big event. The best riders from around Australia are going to come down. After that event, February 19th is the Australian Superlight SX titles down in Hobart. So that's 2011, but February, so it's coming around quick. So, you know, get on the treadmill, get yourself into gear and get practicing, because they're going to be some big events with some bar banging action. October 9th, we've got the Braaap Frankston Street Party. We close off the street in Frankston, bring in bands. We have Battle of the Bands for the high schools through the day. Then once 4 o'clock comes, we close down the street. We bring in our freestyle ramps. We've got BMX freestyle. We've got the Braaap freestyle team. There were dudes doing backflips. You know, last year, you've probably seen it was on Fuel TV. They picked it up, and, you know, we have some headline acts. Last year, we had MC Frasers and Ely playing. It was an absolutely awesome event. October 20th to the 23rd will be the Braaap freestyle team will be down at Hobart Show, and you know, I can't wait. The Hobart Show is always a massive event for us. We have a lot of fun. The crowd down there love the Braaap freestyle team, so that's going to be cool. November 13th, we've got the Braaap Devonport Street Party. That's going to be a big event. And a few weeks before that one, on the 29th of October, we've got the Braaap Launceston Street Party in conjunction with the Super X that's coming to Aurora Stadium down here in Launceston. So, you know, we've got a crazy few months of events here at Braaap and in the superlight industry. And, you know, on the 29th of October, this Braaap Launceston Street Party is going to be absolutely massive. And the next night's Super X. So we're going to have professional riders here, and I've got a few little stunts planned. One of my mates owns a helicopter business, and we've got a few little stunts planned. So make sure you're at Aurora Stadium on the 30th of October and have your cameras ready. It's going to be good fun.